Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing this grow a lot more on YouTube. I usually spend a lot of time over on Instagram. I'm going to spend some more time here and bumping up the YouTube. We're popping seeds today, man. That's what we're doing. We're doing a breeding run. And what we're doing is I got a like and I got no viewers, so that's kind of cool. I don't know how that happens. But yeah, so let's take a peek at the process. So ProMix, worm castings. We got the Gaia Green worm castings there. They're a bit expensive, but I've never had any issues with them. I've had some cheaper worm castings, and I've had some burn, and I have some issues. So now I just go with the Gaia Green because I know it works okay. As you can see, I have what's up, Panero? I got quite a few cups in here going, full of soil. This is a 2x2 tent, and it's laid on its side, and I'm going to be doing lots of cups, lots of seeds, lots of stuff. Lots of throwing stuff out too, right? So on stuff that's not healthy and stuff that's not whatever, it's going to be what it is. So let's look at the seeds. Some of them have some tails coming out of them. Some do, some don't. And maybe I should wait a little longer. But this part of the run, which I'm doing now, is I'm trying to find a male out of these. I'm like, why do you want a male? Well, because I want to breed. I want to move forward with this genetic. This is one I made. It's cross from it's called Freeze Dried Donuts. It's crossed, Holy Moly Donut Shop crossed with Frozen Bag. And my man Kurt, who we're going to be going live later today on the Bud Trainer show on their channel. Check them out. They'll be live at 4:20 today. But he found one, and he's given me a copy of it, so I'm going to use it. So now what does that mean? Well, I don't have any males to copy with it. I want to go to an F2. His pheno that he caught was amazing, nice, vigorous, tall, checked all the boxes. So it was his best and frostiest plant. He said he's grown in quite some time, so I'm happy about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find a male here. Only a male. I'm not going to find another female. I'm not going to run it out. So that's why I'm doing a lower amount of number here. If I was trying to do male and females, which I'm going to be doing in the video later today, because I have another pouch of seeds like this, which was probably double this amount. I'm going to be doing both with those. So that's kind of cool. But so this run will both be a learning experience for me as a breeder, because this is only my second time breeding and getting to that F2 on two different of the crosses that I did last time. And the other cross will be the Holy Oda cross. And that one, I need a female and a male, so that's why I'm going to do a bigger number. But I just wanted to go over what I do with the soil and stuff here. So I'm just going to leave it here. I'm going to grab one of these seeds. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab it. Everyone does this different. So I start here. I got a little bit of a thing, and that's all you really need to do. But then when you go, you move forward. Hold on, let me come. I'll be right back. Everybody can hear me. I was ill prepared for this live. So what I do is I don't water. There's some water. I don't go crazy on wetting the soil. All of these cups I have now are prepped with ProMix, but that's it. They have not been wetted. They've not been anything. So let's just do one seed. Let's grab this one nice one here. hoping you can see that properly. It's zoomed in on this paper towel on this stand anyways. So what I'll do is I'll get this back on the paper towel, which this can be sometimes problematic. When you get the seeds like this, you want to make sure they're nice and level. They don't start rolling out everywhere, because sometimes that happens. Back into the bag for later. Only going to do this one right now, so we'll leave it there. And we'll bring this out. So I'm just going to double check that you guys can see this, and I'm assuming you can. I don't need to double check, but I'm going to double check. Yeah. Let's get it in closer and get a better look here anyways. There we go. I drop the seed on there just to get it out of the bag. And then what I do is I use either a tip like this or whatever. I'm not going crazy deep. I'm going to put the top root down. And then what I do is I try to get it to one side like that so you can see it there. And then I push the soil in, and not crazy, just a little bit. I'm not going overly nuts on it. And then I try to keep that seed. It's even, like, you can see the seed, right? And then what I do is I've grabbed that, and then what I do, because at this point the soil is super dry. It's been sitting in a jug for a year, over a year in my basement, and it's dry. So I usually just give it a little bit around the seed, let it soak in, let it go into that stuff. As you start hitting it with a lot here, you'll see that it can just go right past it. It's not going to be wet where you want it to be wet. So just around the seed, and in like waves. I don't know if this is how anybody else does it, but this is how I do it. You can see it even, I don't know if you can see because it's kind of hard to tell because I'm not looking at the camera. But it moved the soil down right where I did it wet. Why? Because this soil is I didn't pack it in here. I didn't do it anything. I always do it loose. And yeah, this is 30 mils of liquid, so not a whole lot. What I'm trying to do is get like a nice wet spot that, like, you know, $50 or silver dollar or whatever you want to call that size, I don't know, an inch and a bit around the seed, so that it's wet and that the root will go down. So we're going to mark this as FD1. Perfect. So that's it. That's all I do. And then I'm going to put this underneath the light into the tent, and we're going to get the humidity set nice and high for this veg time. As you can see here, many other plants in here. I've just done the one, but so this is my setup. So it's like almost like a full kit. So in theory, what's up, Hazy? What's up, Galaxy? So what you have here is I got an Evo 3, and I've got it rigged with the rope around the light because I wanted to get it to the highest point of this tent. I didn't have my 2x4 in here yet, and I mean, in theory, I could have done a 2x4 and adjusted the light properly, but it's going to be okay here. Yeah, it's just a 2x2 on its side, man. And then, so what I have here is I have the humidifier with the hose going in. So that's good. I got the inline fan with a carbon filter sucking out of the tent, blowing out, so I can keep that out of the tent. So a lot of people do it the other way, but this way I save room. Sure, it's not blowing out the bottom, it'll blow out the top, but this is just a quick setup. And what else do I have hooked up? I have a bunch of stuff hooked up. I've got, well, that's the power, that's the sensor. Then I've got the light, the humidifier, and the fan. So yeah, those are the items I have plugged in. What do you guys run for humidity and stuff in a veg tent like this? What would you guys run? I know what I run. I run super high humidity. My basement is super cold, so I'm gonna leave this light on 24 hours a day to help with the heat. I haven't dialed it in yet because I have to dial it in once I sew it up, see what temperature to get to with that light, and I have that light on 1, right? Just barely. I would go into the app and start turning stuff, but I think I'm streaming from my phone. I didn't hook up the camera because it's charging for later today. So, yeah, man, I'm going to be doing 2 different Gen 2s, F2s. I'm going to do freeze-dried donuts, F2, and Holy Oda, F2. And I'm going to do it in a very small space. I'm doing it in my 5x5. I have a 4x4 table, but if you don't know me, I grow in these bud cups. I do mostly bud cup grows. I don't have this many bud cups, and I'm still putting more cups in here. I'm not done. I probably have another 10. I'm allowed 98 plants at a time, and you know, people in Canada are like, 98 plants, it's a lot. You know, sure, it's a lot. Until you're doing something like this, right? And that was why I talked to my doctor. I said, listen, I'm hunting. I haven't found my strain yet. You know, as a medical patient, I would love to only grow 4 plants or 10 or whatever the number is. But for me, to be able to find and hunt and keep and clone and all that stuff, 98, right now I have 10 in my mother tent. I have 8 in my mother tent. I have 10 in my grow tent. And I have 10 copies of that same flowering strain in a small 2x2 in cups as well. So I'm 28 right now before we even start. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get find dog hair in my mouth, man. Golden retrievers are great and all until you get a dog hair in your mouth. So I can do 78. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit 78 in here, but I'm going to try. These solo cups that I use from Costco, and even the bud cups, it's in one of these like a dome tray. You know, these ones are taller, these ones are shorter. I was using these for some microgreens, but it's hard to get 3 cups nice and straight and level. I mean, it's probably easier with these. It's just a bit tight, right? So 3 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be, so it'd be like 15 maybe. So I'm not even going to be able to get to 60. So, but I'm allowed to, so that's always cool to have that high number. So that's what I'm going to do now. My next step is, as I have this 1 seed in here, I just wanted to do it just for this, so we can document this moving forward. I'm going to do this whole breeding run here on YouTube, here on this channel. So if you want to keep an eye on it, it's where it's going to be. I might do here and there on Instagram. Clearly, I'm always on Instagram. But I'm going to do the documentation purposes here. I'm going to do it with the camera, my phone. I'm not going to go crazy with the cameras and crazy content. This is just a quick and dirty, just an informational thing, man. Just telling you what I think, telling you what I do. Just because I don't want, like, I'm gonna make mistakes here. I'm gonna be throwing stuff out. I'm gonna be doing stuff, and I just want people to see what I'm doing. So if they need help with this and they can do it, hopefully this video series, breeding with Mike or breeding with 420 things, whatever you want to call it, will be helpful, and it'll be information they can go back to at a later time and go, oh yeah, what did he do there? Let me go check. You know what I mean? So, or nobody's gonna watch it and it's just gonna be there. So I'm doing it either way. So feel free to stop by, feel free to check it out, feel free to see it. And again, like this is all dry. It's just super not compacted, not moist, not anything. If you were to see this here, it is like dusty. Like, there's the dust. You can see the dust. Ooh, dusty. So yeah, man, it's my process. It seems to work for me. Maybe it would work better if I did it a different way. But if you do it differently, throw it in the comments or in the chat or whatever. Just again, for somebody else to see. I don't like doing it like that because I ran into this problem and then throw something in there. I mean, it works. So many ways to skin this cat, man. So yeah, so that's my next step. So next step will be to zip this up, leave the light on, see what the temperatures are, see what the humidity is, and then adjust accordingly. I know that I'm going to do that. So maybe I'll do this live will be over now, and then I'll do an update later. There'll be many updates. It's not going to be a weekly thing. It's not going to be a daily thing. It'll be whenever I want to go live and do it. So it'll be in the live thing. What's up? Panero's out there. Panero, what are you doing? Nobody's on Discord. I was in Discord. I went to Discord. Nobody was there. But yeah, whole lot of cups going on in here. And there's going to be some males, going to be some females, and it'll be a journey for sure. So this is where it starts. My my 5x5 is currently full. I have, I think, 3 weeks left, maybe 3 weeks in my flowering tent. So these are all going to go, not all of these, 20-ish are going to go into my 5x5. And I haven't really decided how I'm going to decide which ones go in there yet. If I'm going to try to sex them beforehand. There's many different ways to skin that cat too. Whether you keep a clone, because obviously I want to breed with this. So I need to keep a copy of the good ones to move forward with. Good ones. I would like to get one good keeper out of this run of both a male and a female. So what does that mean? Well, I need to do, I can do 24 in my setup. I've never done it with ProMix. I didn't want to do Coco because Coco's a pain in the butt off this hop, and I just wanted to do ProMix to see the difference. So I'm doing that. So how do I get to 24 from, let's call it 60 or 50? I'm going to take the healthiest, cleanest looking ones. I'm going to put them in there. Once I grow it for a month, maybe I'll take a cutting off each one, put it into a solo cup of water, put it into a tent and flip the time to 12:12 and mark them, and then inspect each one with the microscope, day 4, 5, 6 of 12:12, and see if I can see in each little corner of the node. You'll start to see either some balls forming or some hairs shooting out. I think that's the way I'm going to do it, because I think if I were to take 25 clones, I mean, I could do the clones and then just flip it and go, okay, well, that one's a male, let's take it out. So then I may be stuck with less females that way. If I were to put these before my drippers, like that's the point where I say I have 24 drippers, so I can run automation from all through flower. What I plan to do is do that one and just find the males. Once I know that it's a male, keep the male off to the side as a father, and not do I mean, I could do it and collect the pollen. I've done that before, but I don't want to impact the plants. I don't want to see seeds from each plant. So I can only do so much. So it is the home breeder's dilemma, is to try to get everything good, and that'll come in the following videos. So, man, come on back, shoot the shit, have ideas, do what you want to do, and yeah, just do that stuff. If you need anything from AC Infinity, I have a coupon code. It's 420 things grow at the time of this video. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in the stuff. I gotta see how I can switch live videos from my live section to like the normal section, and if not, maybe I'll have to do some lives or non-lives and do the storage, and then maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll do. Yeah, we're gonna think about some things, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna come back. We're gonna document it. We're gonna show what it is, show what it does, and then yeah, that's about it. So today is a couple days before Christmas. If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a happy holidays and safe travels to everyone. And yeah, man, thanks, Hazy. And yeah, man. So yeah, that's F2s, baby. 2 F2s coming out of this run, which is exciting for me. To get to that second generation, I'm excited, and then move forward either with some more F2s of the other 12 crosses that I have, or maybe, get some seeds. When I do the F2s, I'll probably do just a small little batch run again because, man, oh man, I got a lot of seeds off of that, right? Yeah, feeding hunt is, yeah, excited. Yeah. I am excited too. I think that's what you said. It disappeared. But yeah, so F2s, maybe F3s. I don't know what the next step is. Let's get done this step first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe, and do all that jazz. Yeah. How do I shut this off? How do I stop streaming from my phone live from YouTube? Here it is.